Well, greetings and hello there, everybody. It's me, your beloved Star Wars dad, Nooch Too Good, and it's time again to take a look at your comments for the week. You know, I just started this last week. I think it's a great idea. It was a fun video last week, looking at your comments on my videos, because a lot of times those comments lead to advice that maybe I forgot to give or advice I didn't know about. It helps me learn things. It also leads to ideas for other videos, and just generally is kind of fun to take a look at your comments. We're going to start right here with my first video last week, which is Fix My Grand Arena, trying to climb back into Kyber 2 after taking a week off. And just a couple comments I thought were fun from you guys here. I mean, it's all fun, but you know, the first comment, by the way, King of Britain's always on the channel. Thanks for all the support. Does mod stuff, just good stuff. King of the Who, we like to call him. First comment, I'll attest taking some time off is brutal for relegation. It doesn't take long to drop like a stone. Yeah, so I took a week of vacation, and for that week, like a real vacation, like I do a lot of trips and stuff, little, you know, weekend trips, little few days, and I'll be able to play the game and do okay. But this week, I just really took the time. We moved my son across the country, and I went at each ground to Grand Arena, played one battle just to get my rewards for that. So I lost 3 battles. I dropped from Kyber 2 to Kyber 3, and then immediately to Kyber 4 as soon as the next round. It was crazy. Just 2 full Kyber levels for taking 1 week off. And you definitely can drop like a stone. And if I look at the next one here, I wanted to see. So this is a good one. So I did a Dash Rendar battle in here. My Dash Rendar is not ready to go. He does not have an Omicron. I don't even think he has a Zeta. It was a Phasma team with a Phasma Crime, and I just wanted to clean it up. And I put out a Dash Rendar with like Emphas Nest, Queel, IG-11, no Zetas. Emphas Nest is actually ready to go. Emphas Nest has her Zeta. She's a good character on my roster, but everybody else is just they're relic from packs or bundles and no Zetas. They may not even have mods. I think I do have mods. I'm just basic mods, but Dirty Joker 1985. According to Calvin Awesome, Queel should always go in second slot on Dash Team. Hope that helps. Hey man, Calvin Awesome is a guy you should listen to. I'm here to I'll honk for Calvin Awesome. Love that guy. He is smarter than me. You know, I think we've established very often and very much on the channel that a lot of other YouTubers and a lot of you guys are smarter than me. You know some of the ins and outs game. You know, there are things in the game that I just don't retain, or I'm learning as I go. And yes, you know, character order in a team is sometimes important, sometimes not. I think there's an argument about that in the game where, I don't know, sometimes it seems like they go random, sometimes it doesn't. Whatever. Queel should be in your second slot on the Dash Rendar team. Everybody, you should be doing that. And next up, we relicked Bosk on our 16th week of free-to-play action on the Nooch Vader account, where we're farming Lord Vader free-to-play at your instructions. You guys voted for everything we're going to do. So we took Bosk to relic. Let's take a look at some of those comments. All right, so this very first comment kind of sums up a lot of things on the channel. You know, I started the video. Somebody last time around said that on this video or the previous, on a video, they said my intro always makes them think of Happy Birthday, so that bing makes them think of Happy Birthday. And so I put this little comment out there on the intro. I sang Happy Birthday to you. So I sang that, and then Kevin Karen 17 says I move the sheets when I fart works with the intro too. This actually got me to I actually Googled I move the sheets when I fart. Like, was this like a Adam Sandler song or something? I had no idea, or like a Good Mythical Morning song. No, just lyrics. So I asked Kevin, are we writing lyrics now? Like, I move the sheets when I fart. I mean, are we just like, and then of course, Rambo comes in with, this is the classic. I hate farming chirotex. All right, dude. So I'm sorry you hate farming chirotex. It's like the guy. It's like your friend in the back seat, which was me, by the way. I'm the friend in the back seat that just screams out random things as I'm the ADD friend in the back seat that just screams out random stuff. There was one other comment here I thought was interesting. Hang on. Actually, a good observation and a good piece of advice here from Shindala1794. You guys put some weird years in there. Also, I'm saying, man, I'm week 20 and only close my 4th relic character, but my guild just got GOTBs. Must make a lot of difference. It does. And now, I don't think that's been all the difference on my roster is Geonosis territory battles. I mean, it definitely helps. It's going to make a difference. But yeah, you're going to get a lot of benefit out of that. I don't know if it's making all the difference. Hopefully you're doing the Naboo raid. Honestly, my raid currency from the guild has probably made more difference than territory battles if I'm really looking at it. And then finally, from Bin Yager, as a fellow free-to-play Lord Vader account, make sure you have at least 4 more useful Empire's relic. I'm going to tell you, didn't think about it. You know, there's not a lot or any Empire. I guess Tarkin's in there, Royal Guard's in there, right? So you got to make sure you have at least 4 other useful Empire characters relicked to use with Lord Vader's team. So I'm going to have to take a look at that. I don't know who it's going to be yet, but I'll have to take a look at that, make sure I've got some Empire relict to go along with Lord Vader because he needs 4 Empire on his team. So thanks for the advice there, Bin Yager. The next video was, you know, I was trying to think of a way to do this. I had looked at characters that I enjoy, characters that are cool, 10 characters. You know, we have so many, like 10 characters you got to have, 10 characters you don't need, blah, 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 blah. I just thought I was going through, I was like, you know what, these characters make me happy. And so 10 characters make me happy in Star Wars Galaxy Heroes. I think it's important to focus on this every now and then. It is a game. It's a game. If it's not making you happy, you need to stop playing it because it's a game. And I'm just putting that out there. If it is making you miserable, if it's taking over your life, if it's hurting anything in your personal life at all, you need to let it go because it's a game. You can find other games to play that will not put as big of a crimp on your life. So 10 characters that make me happy in Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. And I think this one was my favorite because I asked in the video for you guys to tell me characters that make you happy. And this is a long list of comments, like a long list of comments of you guys just telling me characters that make you happy. Using General Grievous. Marauder brings me more joy than any character. I don't even have my Bad Batch character. That Marauder is the ship, by the way. Mara Jade, Count Dooku, C, Bane, Sabine. I'm a new player, wanted to prove my Ahsoka. I'm super proud. She's my first 7-star hero. Before reaching Dark Trooper made me happy. Yeah, Dark Trooper is a lot of fun, dude. A lot of fun. Definitely Star Killer. Dr. Aphra for me. Jedi Knight Cal Kestis, Terry Malicos. That's a longer list. Dark Trooper. I kind of gushed over Bane here. Like, I like Bane a lot. Maybe a little bit too much like Bane. So if there's... I don't want to encourage any of that, so I should probably move on. Dr. Aphra. Gas. Jedi Knight Luke Skywalker. Ewok. Shock T Clones team. That's a team that you might use early and then goes away as soon as you get some other teams. BT and 000. There you go. BT and 000. Dr. Aphra's getting a lot of love here. General Anakin Skywalker, Gas, that great bra. I did a Boss Nass impression. Misa do Boss Nass. Revan is the best. For real, Cup makes me happy. Yeah, this is always interesting. I don't get the Cup memes, but if it makes you happy, congratulations. Hondo Onaka. Yes, people love Hondo. People love Hondo. I'm new to that train, but people love Hondo. Starkiller. You get the idea. It goes on and on and on. I love hearing from you guys about the characters that make you happy in Star Wars Galaxy Heroes. This was a lot of fun to get the comments and a lot of fun to make the video. Now, this one was interesting to me. This was, I dropped my 50-week update for the Nooch 2 spending a bunch of money account, $100 a week. I dropped my 50-week update after the stream, and it reinforced me why I dropped most of my videos in the morning. It didn't perform very well. I'm not sure that the thumb made a lot of sense with the video, and you know, dropping after Grand Arena, a lot of times Arnold is playing. So dropping videos after playing Grand Arena just generally is not a great time to drop videos, and I gotta keep that in mind because a lot of people didn't watch this one, but maybe the thumb wasn't as good either. Not all that many comments, but some interesting ones. So I made a decision in the video, week 50, spending $100 a week, is that I'm farming Jabba's mats, and Jabba's ultimate is cool, but you know, maybe not necessary to a lot of his counters. In fact, I've been winning with it in Grand Arena without having his ultimate. I think putting on defense, I'm going to need his ultimate, but I've decided that I'm going to save his ultimate mats and apply and then so I can apply them to Ahsoka when she comes out as a GL. So Sam SC takes credit because he suggested it, and that was true. Somebody did suggest it. I've done it in the past. I did it with Jedi Master Luke on my old account. We're talking 3 years ago, and saved his mats for Lord Vader, and that worked out really well for me. Sam SC, I agree. I think it's a good idea. It's going to save me a bunch of energy on day one, and I can go farm Jabba's mats after that. So good idea. Thanks for the advice. Perception says mods are something I've always struggled with, mainly with figuring out what characters to work on mods for and debating and pushing for Jabba rather than... So yeah, we are learning here on the channel. It's going to come up in a minute. Jabba is so important to mods. And I talked about my mods in this video. We've been talking about mod scores a lot lately on the channel too, and I'm going to address that a little bit more with Gerbil this week. And here's something I didn't know, and this is a punishment for going on vacation, and it was kind of not really highlighted that big by Capital Games. Like they said, there's a community reward going on, and I missed it. I don't know. It wasn't very well advertised. I didn't feel like maybe it was just me that missing it because I was on vacation. But Ezra Exile is the next conquest character. Who knew it? I didn't know it. I was talking about Ezra Exile or old Ezra, chill Ezra being part. So he's next conquest character, and it's confirmed. And then probably not gonna be a requirement for Ahsoka. I think more like, and somebody mentioned in Discord that they think Ezra Exile is going to be the lifter for Ahsoka, and that makes a ton of sense. That makes a ton of sense. Like, you'll have to have Ezra Exile on your team to make Galactic Legend Ahsoka really work really well. At least that'll be the intent, is being a lifter for Galactic Legend Ahsoka. Just something I missed while I was on vacation and just kind of recovering. You know, you go on that tough vacation, come back. I mentioned it earlier. It took me several days to get back in the swing of things, so I just totally missed that was happening. And you guys caught it, so thanks for letting me know. Again, information that I missed and information that would have been good to know yesterday. Name that movie. All things that would have been good to know yesterday. Somebody named the movie. It's one of my favorites. Next, we got my video where I published, we're talking about Jabba the Hutt and the fact that if you don't have Jabba the Hutt on your roster, you are losing out on 10,000 crystals worth of value on your mods every single freaking month. The return on investment for Jabba is through the roof, and I think there's a competition there, which I'll show you next, but I think probably Jabba has the biggest ROI, return on investment, in the game. And if you don't have Jabba on your roster, it's literally 10,000 crystals worth of mod materials that you're not getting on your roster every single month. That's something like $65. There's Ice of Spades, one of our mods, been around forever. I've heard ever since Jabba came out that you got to get Jabba because of Smuggler's Run 2, but never seen anyone put that kind of a perspective. Blah, blah, blah. I'm definitely going to be pushing for him once I get Jedi Master Luke and see. So, I have to confess, guys, this is all my fault. I'm going to put this all on me. I should have made this video a year and a half ago and 2 years ago, whenever Jabba came out, and I did not. And that's on me because the value for Jabba has been there from the very beginning as soon as Smuggler's Run 2 came out, and I have not talked about it enough. I didn't make a video at the time, and literally 2 years has gone by before I figured out the amount of mod material that you're missing out on by not having Jabba is extreme. It's not small, it's not a good amount, it's extreme. You've got to get Jabba on the roster. And then the comment that I was waiting for, Darth Kenobi, it's not cost me 10k crystals and I'm never getting him in the first place, and I was waiting for that one. Yeah, technically you're right. You're right. It's not costing you 10,000 crystals because you're not getting the crystals, you're not getting the mods in the first place. It's not actually costing you that. But as far as roster development and really doing something, I mean, it is costing you that in game. It's costing you the development of your roster at a pace of 10,000 crystals per month. Your roster is suffering every month you don't have Jabba. So yeah, it doesn't cost it to you. And this is a pretty tame. I'm not coming down your comment, Dark. You actually worded this. You put a little happy face there. I'm a big fan of using emojis in comments. Like if you're gonna DM somebody at work or you're sending somebody a DM, and I love putting emojis in there because it's hard. They can't see your face. Like nobody can see my face when I'm talking to them. And so that's where the misinterpretation comes a lot of time, with saying, not cost me 10k crystals and I'm never getting in first place. Putting a little laugh in there just says, hey, you know what? I'm not, no harm meant. We're just talking, having a little fun. It's a great comment, Darth Kenobi. And I get it, but it is costing that in development on your roster. Maybe got a few more comments on this one. So Hettons says, it might be worth talking about how to do the event. I had them for months and I gave up on Smuggler's Run 2. It just seemed too difficult with my team. But I'm sure I'll get it done with Chewbacca strategy next time it comes around. I tried the Chewbacca strategy and Chewbacca died like immediately. I put him in there. I did it like 3 times and it did not work. So I put Greedo in and it worked just fine. I'll try to make a video about this next time. I'll put out and I do have a video out there of me doing it for the first time. This video is me doing Smuggler's Run 2 for the first time and see. But maybe I'll do a video about how I did it. The Chewbacca thing did not work for me at all. Like 0 work. I have Jabba, but still lose 8%. It's the same thing. So I'm gonna get that video out for you guys so you can get Smuggler's Run 2 done. I need the name of your theme song, and then that, I don't know which one that really meant. Was that mean my theme song? My son wrote that. That's just called Nooch's theme song, I think, or something like that. Dad's podcast jingle. Called something like that. And my son has written about half the music on the channel, and the other half comes from Heatley Bros on YouTube. So I need to know which song you're talking about, because I don't know if it's that one. There's really no name to it. It's just my theme song, and my son wrote it for me. Okay, these next two comments kind of tickle me. Endress5628, it is unfair to lock mods behind a GL character. There's no way I can unlock him in the near future. I am much more closer to C or Jedi Master Kenobi. I said, unfair's got nothing to do with it. And then No says, everything shouldn't be easy and locked just because you haven't personally. Yeah, that's true. You know, first of all, mods are not locked behind a GL character. That's just not true. A lot of mods are unlocked, but you should be farming mods every single day on your account. Mods are not locked behind a GL character. And yeah, unfair's got, so that's Deliverance and not Deliverance. It's squeal like a pig, boy. It's Unforgiven. Deserves got nothing to do with it. His line in the movie, it's Gene Hackman says, I don't deserve this. He's a sheriff of the town. He's done a good job. He's maintained order. He carries a big stick, but he does maintain order in the town. And he says, I don't deserve this. Right before Clint Eastwood shoots him in the face, and Clint Eastwood says, deserves got nothing to do with it. And it's just true. Life is unfair, dude. Life, you don't get what you deserve. You don't get what's fair. It's a game. This is one of the mechanics of the game. Not mechanics, but this is one of the farming mechanics, I guess, that Jabba unlocks a lot of mods for you. And then finally, there we go. On this video, this is the comment I was really waiting for. WTF, 10K crystals. This is such a BS video. Now, there's a laugh there, so I think this is a joke, too. I really think it's good. The emojis really add a lot, but you just read this without the smiley face, you're like, what? Come on, man, get it. But I knew this comment was coming when I made the video. But it's just true. It's not a BS video. It's absolutely true. And finally, we turn to yesterday's video. Are the Poncho Bros, thank you, Captain Amazing, are the Poncho Bros now required farming because of the amazing and awesome Duel of the Fates assault battle? Are these guys absolutely required farming in Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes? And right here, Tofatao or Tofato Owl? Tofat Owl? Toph at Owl? I don't know how to pronounce this. I'd love to hear. Tell me how to pronounce your name. I feel a lot of the value math this community does only applies if you spend money on crystals. Like, I would never buy these components with crystals to begin with, so for me it's only worth it once I've broken even with my initial investment by doing it without refreshes. So I find the way this is calculated kind of flawed. It's also true that once you go up another tier, it changes the math to make the previous tier worth it again because of the increased cost. Okay. I get this, like, we calculate value based on crystals, and not everybody buys crystals or spends a lot of crystals on stuff. Do you have a different calculation? This is, and I'm not mad. I'm just gonna ask, do you have a different way to calculate value in the game? If you have a different way to calculate value in the game, Tofatao, a guy, I think it's Tofat Owl. Anyway, if you have a different idea, I'd love to hear it. I'm really open. I'd love to hear a different idea. As it stands, crystals are the primary currency in the game for purchasing stuff, and so that is the way we measure value in the game. I'm not necessarily saying I'm measuring the value for your roster or every roster. I'm not saying that everyone spends crystals on stuff. But we have to have an objective measurement. If we're going to measure the value of things in the game, we need an objective measurement that we can come to really measure that value. Now, the thing is that everything in the game can be purchased with crystals. Everything in the game can be purchased with crystals. And crystals have a specific dollar value in the game as well. In fact, when I do my dollar value calculations for crystals, I always base it off of the $20 US dollar bundle pack that gives you like 1,900 crystals or 1,600 crystals. I can't remember, but I always base it off that pack because that's the most commonly purchased pack. I don't base it on the $100 pack. I don't base it on the $5 pack. You know, different packs give you different amounts of crystals, a different value bang for your buck. But I always base it on that 20 crystal pack when I do like a dollar value kind of thing. But if you have a different idea of a different objective measurement of the value of stuff in the game, I'm very open to hearing that. I find it difficult to think to believe that you've got a good way of measuring that. That's simple and direct. Like I guess you could go through like some algorithmic work to go through you know, days of farming that things are worth. But man, I'm trying to keep things simple here. And the simplest way to do it is to say, here's how many crystals a certain thing is worth, and for the Poncho Bros assault battle, here's how many crystals it's worth for the mod material get, and for the signal data, and for the relic materials, etc. that you get from the assault battle. So you got a better way to do it, I'd love to hear about it, but to me that's the most direct. Crystals is the most direct and simple and makes sense way to measure the value of everything. And I think our final comment we'll look at here, we'll find out 2 comments from Critic Emperor. Ponchos is equivalent to women yoga pants. Nobody wants it, but everyone uses it. I think women like yoga pants. And my wife finds them very comfortable. She loves wearing them. So I know men want women yoga pants, straight men. So I don't find that accurate. I think that's inaccurate. And no, I don't wear ponchos. I don't use ponchos. So I'm at the exact opposite of this comment. I do want women yoga pants, and I don't use ponchos. So, and then Thomas Kubiak, I think the biggest thing is people are not jumping on the new tunes when they're doing these bonus drop events. During the events after the original marquee, I was able to get Pow, that's Padawan Obi-Wan, to 5-star, and Quancho. I call him, I would call him, what do I call him? Master Gon, but Quancho, okay, whatever. Almost to 5-star, just helped me out significantly and became farmable. I'm also sitting in the same position with the Gungans. What he's talking about is you get the marquee, you get them leveled up. Then they're always issuing events later down the road. They'll say farm light side nodes and get Gungans, or farm dark side nodes and get Padawan Obi-Wan. But they've been doing this like every time lately. So there's always an opportunity to grab more shards down the road. So make sure that you're taking advantage of those whatever opportunity they give you to grab more shards. Make sure you're taking advantage of it down the road if you're going to be farming these characters. That's a really good point for Thomas Kubiak. And that's going to wrap us up today. Boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining in. I am happy to have spoken to everyone today. I hope you have a great day. I will definitely talk to you soon. Let me know in the comments what you think of all this. I'm enjoying covering your comments, and I think it's really fruitful and useful for all of us. Always remember, Nooch too good.